Hello, I'm Paul Pluta and welcome to the Paul Pluta channel. And today I'm getting ready to go to Singapore. Tomorrow I'm off. I'm on a jet plane out of here to Singapore and I'm just finishing a few videos off. Basically, look, if I haven't done your video before I go, don't worry. As soon as I come back, I'll get it finished for you. I've actually been pretty good. I've been churning the videos through paid watch reviews and paid any reviews. I'll do any review for $20 US. You name it, we'll mention it. And I got to be honest with you, I've done pretty well. So I've got a few I haven't done, but just bear me some time. Now, I just want to say, if you want to keep me, Paul Pluta, the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III, please like this video, please subscribe and share it with your friends, because I really do need a bigger audience. I'm sort of not really cutting the mustard, so to speak. It's a struggle. So please tell your friends, and $20 US for a paid review, because I don't do shit for free, fuckers. And if you're really keen, you can sponsor me on Patreon. You can give a little donation each month to keep me full-time. Now, quick wristwatch check. Gold sub. Go to Singapore. You need something with punch. Okay, now I've got a really good. This is a really. You know, sometimes I go through these paid reviews and I think, fuck, that's a good question. And this is from Alex. Dear Archie, I want you to do a video as tips, life advice for a young man about to graduate high school. What are your do's and don'ts for adult life? How would you approach breakups, disappointments, women's or shitter watches? How do I become a refined gentleman worthy of timeless watches I intend to procure over my life? What should I be on the lookout for? What should I steer clear of? Keep up the great work, Arch. Love the new whip, clearly the car of choice for a refined gents as yourself. Regards, Alex. Yes, Alex, that's actually a loaner. I've had a small warranty issue with the Honda Civic, and they've very kindly lent me a luxury Accord until some cunter rang up Honda, told them I wasn't the A-grade celebrity, and I've been downgraded to a base model Civic, which is still a fucking great car. So that's okay. It's all working out. Okay, now I honestly thought long and hard. This is my run sheet. This is the run sheets that I basically, when I get a paid review, I go through my PayPal payments and I print out the corresponding file for it. Now, in this case here, I remember reading this thinking, fuck, this is such a good question. What are some life tips, advice for a young man about to graduate from high school? And I thought, look, I've got to make some notes, because I've been actually trying to improve the quality on my channel. I've been trying to, instead of just talking off the cuff and rabbiting on, I've been trying to put some quality in there. But this time I'm thinking to myself, you know, for this here, I want it to come straight from the heart. I don't want a prepared speech. I want to fucking give you the advice. So, what advice can I give for someone about to graduate high school? And I can fucking, I'm 44 in October, and I can remember graduating high school like yesterday. And I got to tell you the truth. The studio that I'm in, this is the ArchieLuxury studio. Just zoom around here. This used to be my office when I ran a computer business from the same very house. This was my house I was born in. Well, I came here when I was a couple years old, but this is the house I remember as a kid. And this used to be my dad's study. And then later on, I turned this into my computer business. This is where I used to see customers. First sales I ever made were in these walls here. So now it's the studio. And I got to tell you, it's like yesterday. So, okay, let's stop rabbiting on. No more waffle, and let's get to the point. What advice can I give you? Oh, I tell you what. Okay, I'll give you some advice. Tip number one. Tip number one. I've got so much to tell you. I just can't work out which ones to tell you first. Tip number one. First bit of advice I want to give you is, okay, let's, I've got so much to tell you, I don't know where to start, but let's go. First bit of advice is, never trust anybody 100%. Never trust anybody 100%. And it's funny this, in life, you have friendships and you have people you befriend, we're in the work environment, in socially. If these fuckers were desperate enough, they would shop you if it was advantageous for themselves. So never ever trust anyone. I'm talking about women, I'm talking about your parents, I'm talking about anyone you can meet. Never trust anyone 100% because they turn on you and you'll see their true colors. And I got to tell you, I don't want to name names. I had a fight with somebody the other day, and it was pretty heated. Yeah, both sides were pretty heated. And he threatened to tell my family about some of my affairs I've had. What a cunt! And I'm not naming this person because we've entered into a truce, but the reason I'm telling you this story is that people, when they're pushed into a corner, they'll use whatever you've told them to fucking crucify you. And even my friend Suckerhorn, we had a nasty punch up a while ago. We're best of mates now, but that was pretty nasty. We were both prepared to go to an extreme level to be the biggest swinging dick. Okay? And so my first bit of advice is never trust anyone 100%. Okay? And you might tell someone you're cheating on your taxes. These are the same people who, behind your back, will dob you in. Okay? So just shut your mouth. Do not, if you've got really, really intense secrets, just leave them. Just don't tell anyone. A secret's only a secret if two people know and one of them is dead. Remember that. And it's funny, what I've done in my life as things have gone on, I tell little fibs. When I tell a story, I tell different fibs. I just change a variant just to see what that person will do. Just give them some ammunition. And I had one person I told I was still married with my wife, and we've just signed I'm not actually officially divorced. We've signed a property settlement. We've signed a property settlement where basically I get to live in the house until the kids reach 18. Then we sell the house. So it's kind of a lease deal investment for both of us. And it's worked out well. I'll probably walk away with 30% of the equity. She'll get 70. Well, that's divorce in the Western world. But she's letting me stay in it. She's letting the kids grow up. So it's actually been a pretty good, and it's going to grow in value. It's an investment for her. She came from a pretty well-to-do family. So it's pretty good deal. It's a pretty good deal. I'm pretty happy with it. And there's options for the kids to buy the house down the track as well. So this is gonna be a fairly. But the thing is, I said to this person, I'm not really divorced, and this same person was going to use it against me. So never trust anyone 100%. Even your spouse, you might be fucking this girl, and then you're so in love with her, you think, I'll always love her, and then you fuck her friend. Those secrets, they'll be used against you. So rule number one is never trust anyone 100%. Always, you can tell them secrets, but just be prepared, be warned. If it's really a secret, don't tell anyone. I like to alter the truth so I can see how these cunters come back to me. Okay? Advice number 2, be prepared. And the world is not fair. There is no fairness. being born in the Western world or living in the Western world, you've already won the lotto spin of life. Being young, you've won another spin. Being male, you've won another spin. And I don't want to sound racist, but if you're white, you've won another spin. If you're rich, you've won another spin. How many times do you want to keep winning on roulette? Now, I'm not saying anything wrong with not being white, but it makes it harder. It's harder. There's less opportunities for you. It makes it a lot harder. When you're old, it makes it harder to make money if you're old. So this is the casino of life. So there is no fairness. And just remember that there is no fairness. People will always earn more, people will earn less. There will be people who are morons who have a lot more money, and the people who are brilliant who have fuck all. It's how it is in life. So always, there is no fairness in the world. Just accept it, okay? Accept it. It's a bitch. The boss will always promote his friend over you, and they'll try and trap you. I worked at this place. I was working in government, and there was me and another guy. James was his name. That's the guy I was working with. And we had to send out, it was an IT job. We had to upgrade these little modems. So we'd ring up, say, hey, what sort of modem you got? Okay, we're going to send you a new one. Get the other one back, send the new one out. And there'd been a fuck up where someone was putting the wrong address on, the wrong address. They said, oh, you guys aren't doing your right job. They tore strips off us. I said, excuse me. Could we please see the envelope of the mistake that's been made? Because I use exclusively brown ink. I only use brown. I use exotic colors so that I can prove I've done work or someone else has done work. I said, so I use brown ink. I use a fountain pen. Let's have a look at this color of the ink, because if it's my mistake, it'll be brown. If it's his mistake, it'll be another color. So unless he's using brown as well, and my brown is Waterman, toffee, brown, fuckers. I can tell you the exact shade of brown. And the answer is, instead of saying to me, hey, fuck, that's a clever idea, they say, why would you do that? I said, because I know what cunts you are. I know what sort of cunts you are. That didn't go over too well, because the guy who'd made the fuck up was the boss's mate, and they were trying to give me a shakedown, and I outsmarted the cunts. The next thing in life is, when you're in high school, your image and your self-opinion of other people is so important. You want to be cool. You don't want to be daggy. You want to be in crowd. The amazing thing is that in real life, the people I went to high school with, there's been phases where I haven't seen anyone I went to high school with for a year or two. So all these people who you value their opinion so greatly, you never, in most cases, you'll never see them again. And I think to myself, fuck, I used to worry, what did they think of me? And you worry, you want to be cool, you don't want to be known as, the nerd or... But you never see these fucking people again, in most cases. And this is the honest truth. If you have 5 friends, 5 true, really good friends, by the time you die, you're extremely lucky. I'm not talking about acquaintances or associates. I'm talking 5 real friends. A real friend is somebody you could turn up with and say, hey, I've killed someone. They're in the trunk. Can you help me? What do we do? What do I do? The real friend would help you bury the body. How many friends like that how many friends like that would you have in real life? If you've got 5, that's amazing. I think if you've got 2 or 3, you're doing extremely well. If you've got 1, it's amazing. The ultimate test of character. Would they get involved, or would they say, hey, don't get me involved, please, leave me alone? That's a true test. The other bit of advice is this. When you're young, you might maybe have been extremely ambitious. You want to achieve a lot of wealth. The reality is you have something a rich person who's old doesn't have. Time. If you are 20 and broke compared to 82 and say worth $10 million, which one would you take? The 82-year-old, if he could swap with you, he probably would. Time is such an important thing. Time. So you look at these millionaires or billionaires, and if they're old, you've got something that's far more valuable than anything. That is time. So don't forget that. Time is very important. Next bit of advice is, I so wish I'd done it, but I've been an idiot. Please, when you get paid, whether you're working in Burger King, whether you're working at JP Morgan, whether you got a fancy pantsy job or you got a shitty job, one simple rule: 10% of whatever you earn, invest. 10%. 10% of an average wage over a lifetime invested will make you a millionaire. Okay? Simple as that. The reality is, most people don't do it. And I look back when I was young, I had good money coming in. I bought fancy cars. Actually, I sold shares. I remember selling Commonwealth Bank shares. Well, you probably don't understand who the Commonwealth Bank is, but it's one of the big government-owned banks. They privatized it. I bought the shares for $3 each. I had 200 of them. Sold them for $12 a year later. Thought I was clever. They went up to about 100. They're trading for about mid-70s now. I had 200 of the fucking things. I wish I had 200 of them now. You understand? So invest whatever you earn, whether you're working at 7-Eleven or you're flipping burgers, invest 10%. And what do? You need an advisor? No. Pick the 20 top stocks and buy the ones you like. Just randomly pick. It doesn't matter. Pick the top 20. Not rubbish. Top 20. Put 10% of your money in. That, I look back now. I could have done it. I'd be worth, what would I be worth if I'd done that? I'd probably worth $500,000. This is a serious fucking coin. But I spent it all. Most people spend more than they earn. So they're spending more than they earn. Their credit card goes up. Personal loans. They want a new car. A bigger house. Invest 10% of whatever you earn. And the world is your oyster. The next bit of advice is stay away as much as possible from consumer credit. Credit cards. Credit cards are a trap for the middle class. That's what they are. They're a trap for the middle class. Stay away from them. Stay away from credit cards. Stay away from American Express. Stay away from Diners Club, Visa, MasterCard. Have one. I do have one now. I had 7 at one stage. I've got a $6,000 limit on my Platinum Visa. Okay, it's maxed. I just came back from Japan. It's maxed. But my cards were always maxed. So isn't it better to be maxed at 6 instead of maxed at 37? 37,000 you owe. That's what I owed about 55 on credit cards not so long ago. So have one, but try and get away from consumer credit. And it's funny, I had a Honda Civic. I got a Honda Civic now. I had a Honda Accord before. And I remember I had the Accord paid off. The Accord was written off in an accident. I had to replace it, so I bought the Civic. But I went in for a test drive of a new Lexus IS 250. Going for a drive. And I said to the Lexus salesman, you know, my Honda Accord has something this Lexus doesn't. He goes, what? It's got a Harman stereo. It's got Napa leather. It's got reverse parking sensors, GPS. What does your Honda have that this? And I said, no car payment. The Accord was paid off. Stay away from consumer credit where you can. Okay? Stay away from it. It's designed to trap you, enslave you. You became a slave to your possessions. I got to tell you the truth. Now, I'm living a lot. I've still got some debts. Yes, I've just divorced, so I'm meeting a joint mortgage. Yep. So the mortgage is sort of, that's what rent would be. But what personal borrowings have I got? I got one credit card, $6,000, which I'm going to bring down very soon. I got a few more payments on my Civic, then it's paid off. That's it. That's all I owe. That's it. I don't have personal loans, mass credit cards. The mortgage, I got a 401k with nearly 100,000 in. I've got luxury goods. I got a few shares. Okay, the divorce has fucked me over. Yes, it did. I had to pay for the Japanese trip. That was part of the settlement. But you don't need a lot of money to be rich. It's what you like. Lessen your liabilities instead of earning more. 2 ways to become rich. Earn more, spend less. Simple. It's like weight loss. You want to lose weight? Eat less, move more. Simple. Fucking hard. Why can't we do it? Well, we're lazy fuckers. I'm going to do the weight loss again. I'm gonna do it very soon. Now, let's keep going on this. This is such a great topic. Do's and don'ts about adult life. Don't trust anyone. I've said that. Just hold back a bit. Never trust anyone 100%. Breakups. Well, young man, you shouldn't be considering marriage until 45, 50 at the earliest. Breakups. Never move the bitches in. That's the best advice I can give you. Don't move the bitches in. Live separately. Disappointments. Yes, disappointments. Sometimes I got to be honest with you. You got to accept what you can't change. I was in the IT game. Okay. I had some really good projects I worked on. I never really got promoted because at a lot of the places I worked at, economic collapse meant that when my project ended, I was project hire, that was the end of the gig. So it wasn't my fault I didn't go up, it just became vicious. So disappointments, have something outside of work. I was lucky. I had my YouTube business. And that's become my life, my full-time job now. So my advice is keep the savings. Keep 10%, invest 10% of what you earn. Don't buy ridiculously expensive cars or things like that, clothes. And you'll be fine when the downturn happens. It's these people who are hocked up to their neck looking the part who really explode. Disappointment, sometimes you only worry about the things you can change. Industry and economic things are out of your reach. You can't really be hard on yourself. But don't be a lazy cunt and use that as an excuse. Women, what's my advice on women? Don't marry them, okay? My best advice is, look, I love women. I really do love women. Be friends with them. Never move them in. Okay, never move them in. It's a bad deal. Once you marry them or move in with them, you no longer, it just, the dynamics change. Once kids come on the scene, I mean, unless you really want kids, which I've got 4 of the kids. I've got 4 kids, so I do love them. But don't start a family until you're at least 45, 50, okay? Shitter watches, what's my view? Stay away from shitter watches. The one area in your life where you can have luxury. Don't buy expensive clothes. Don't buy expensive house or furniture. But the watch is something you can. I give you permission to buy a beautiful timepiece. My advice to you, really, don't become, I think being a collector, having 20, 30 is stupid. Get good pieces. Out of school, I'd save and get a Rolex sports steel watch or an Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. Then, five years later, get. If you got the Omega, then get the Rolex. If you got the Rolex, then get the Omega. Then by the time you're 35, 40, get a Jaeger-LeCoultre as your horology. When it comes to retiring, 50, 60, get a gold fuck-off piece. 4 watches, 4 quality watches is all you need. Okay? Really, that's my advice there. Having more than that, it's pretty stupid, really. I mean, I had more. Of course I had more, and I've got a few now, but I'm doing a little bit of buying and selling. But, yeah, just get beautiful watch. That's your one. You're allowed to have one slip on this menu here. This is the menu for life and success. How do I become a refined gent? Worthy of timeless watches. And I just because I say don't marry any girl, don't get married so quickly, you still can be gentlemen. Basic manners. Open the door. Be nice, polite. Be nice to people who have fallen on hard times. They might have been your boss, or they might have had a really cool career. It's gone down. Well, still be nice to them. The secret, there is no fucking secret. Be a decent, to be a true gentleman. Gentleman, in my opinion, isn't necessarily mean you come from a certain family or you come from a certain class. It's what you make of it. And I firmly believe the secret to being a gentleman is just being a nice guy, how you'd like to be treated yourself. If you're in a sales thing, you're selling someone a car and you know that car is a lemon, don't. Do what you think is fair and honorable. You may not always get the most money, but that in the long run is the best way to be. That's the best way you can justify having some beautiful watches. I think myself, buy soon as you can, get a decent steel watch, over either a Omega Speedmaster or a Rolex Sport Steel. Then 5 to 10 years later, get a second piece, which would be either the Omega Speedmaster or the Rolex Sports, depending on what you bought the first time. Then when you're 40, get a nice dress watch, Reverso, I think. I got the Reverso Grand Date. Then, when you retire, a gold fuck off. 4 pieces. 4 pieces is all you need for your life. That's it. Happy life. What should I be on the lookout for? You can't con an honest man. Okay? Be aware of spivs and nasty fuckers who pretend to be something they're not. That's my advice to you. What should you steer clear of? Steer clear. Remember, there's a great saying a good friend of mine told me. Prostitutes and con men never lead prosperous lives. Prostitutes and con men never lead prosperous lives. Do the honest thing. Be a good person. You don't need to wear OMMANEY suits. You don't need to be bullshit. Live humbly. Have a nice watch. Have a reasonable, reliable car. Save 10% every pay you get. Stay away from consumer credit as much as you can. Sometimes you can't avoid it. Sometimes You can't avoid it, but just be aware what an evil fucking thing it is. I mean, I used to have a friend who used to say to me, oh, lease, I'm never going to pay cash for a car. I said, you're fucking mad. If you've got cash, pay cash. Finance and lease is talking about tax benefits. Well, it's minimal, really. It's minimal. I hope this is a guide. This is advice from my heart. I didn't make notes. I'm just telling you where I see it. I've probably missed out a lot of things. But that's the executive summary. Tips for a young man about life, being a gentleman. Have I followed this advice? No, not always. No, I've fucked up. I've made stupid mistakes. I've trusted nasty fuckers. But I am learning. I've become a sneaky fucker. I use brown ink. Brown or I'm using very boutique colours, okay? Brown, green, or a very special tone of blue, which is a bluey green. And when I tell a tale to someone, I tweak it. Just change one or two facts so I can see if that person's been gossiping. Because other people come back with that twist. It's very interesting. I had somebody who's tried to criticize the work I've done. The ArchieLuxury, the Poor Pluta channel, they said, oh, Archie, how could you do these whoring videos? And I said, what do you fucking mean? I've showed Bangkok. I've showed the adult entertainment area. What's the big disgrace? I'm not providing prostitution services. I'm just saying this is how the nightlife is. I'm not procuring escorts for anyone. I'm just saying it how it is. But this person always, I can tell when people have been infected with this person because other people come to me and say, oh, I can't do anything with you on YouTube because you're in the you do adult entertainment stuff. So fucking what? It's a men's channel. Your men's channel, you jerk. It's a men's channel. Men's topic. I don't cover macrame. Don't cover perms. I cover men's topics. Tours to Bangkok. Tours to Asia. Men's topics, fuckers. So anyhow, I hope this has been a guide. I've waffled. This is probably one of the longest videos I've done. But we'll see how it goes. I'm Paul Pluta, the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you think. Like this video. Subscribe. Get me to do a paid review on any topic. I'll talk about anything. Give me $20. I'll talk. If it's something I really like, I give a bit extra. If it's boring, I'll try my best. Thank you. And please, look after each other. See you later, fuckers!